As I read these scriptures, I don't, if the scriptures mean nothing to me, if I have not spent time in it, then I will not post it. And as I read before what devout mean, I said, this is how I want someone to describe me. Every time I read a scripture, I envision myself in that scripture. And when I read what devout mean, I said one that fears God, one that reverence God, that cautiously looks about the claims of God. And to me, the word claims, it means a lot to me, even in my very job. Um, I'm an auditor. And I said, God, that is how I want to reverence you. I want, you have certain men of God or certain women of God in the Bible that really, really stand out. How the Bible describes them, one that, feared God, reverenced God. I said, God, that is what I want, even for other person to even describe who I am to you. And not even to be described, but that is how I truly want to live my life. I want to live my life as a devout woman of God, because I reverence the very claims of God. I cautiously look about in God's things in a way, the way I look about it, the way how I treat it then. And that's what I want. I want to be a devout woman of God, a woman of God that fears God, that loves God, that looks after his work in a way that he would be pleased. And I pray that this evening this will also be a prayer to be a devout woman of God, just as how Cornelius did. And I love what the Bible said about Cornelius. He prayed to God always. And when the angel of the Lord came unto him, he said, "What is it, Lord?" And we saw immediate obedience there. And a lot of times, obedience, it comes after understanding. So you have obedience first, then no, obedience comes before understanding. So you have obedience, then you understand afterwards. And I even saw that coming out here with Cornelius, because the angel of the Lord said unto him, "Send men to Joppa." Verse 5, "And now send men to Joppa, and call for one Simon, whose name is Peter. He lodgeth with one Simon, a tanner, whose house is by the seaside. He shall tell thee what thou oughtest to do." So the angel of the Lord gave Cornelius an instruction. He said, "Listen, send men to Joppa, and when they go there, then they will instruct and tell what thou oughtest to do." Obedience comes before understanding. I'm sure Cornelius did not understand why he was sending men to Joppa, but his obedience came first before he even understood. He said, the angel of the Lord said unto him, "When you send these men to Joppa unto Simon Peter, then thou wilt tell thou what oughtest thou to do." Then they will tell him what to do. Right? So therefore, understanding comes after obedience, and we have to learn to be obedient to God. Yeah.